Tonight was a good night, guys. Tonight was a great night. Okay. Now, when it comes to when it comes to this card, like I said, I had given it a 4 out of 10. The prelims were much more exciting than the main card, which it's just that's the way it just turned out, guys. You know what I mean? That's the way it turned out. But for tonight, guys, I ended up going 9-3 for my UFC fight predictions. That is 9-3, which pushes my record for 2025 to 126-86. That is 126 wins and 86 losses, guys. Um, so not bad, not bad. You know, a couple people I want to give shout outs to, heads out to, heads up to basically. I want to give shout out to Phil Rowe. I thought that was badass. What he was able to do, he was down 0-2. Okay, Phil Rowe was down 0-2 against Lasso. And let me tell you something. In in that third round, man, I had said it, man. I had said it on my live. I said 2 minutes and 34 seconds left. Phil has to do something significant. Give it all. Leave it all in the octagon. Empty out your tank. I said it all. And Phil Rowe, all of a sudden, just did exactly what I was saying. And big shout out to him. That was a spectacular win for Phil Rowe. Who else? Uh, I'm still not sold on Malcolm Wellmaker. I did pick him to win, but I'm still not sold on Malcolm Wellmaker. That's just the truth. I still think he has a lot of technique to work on, but he, spectacular knockout for tonight. But he was, up against a dead body. Okay, Chris Montano is a person that the UFC brings in to make people look spectacular. Let's be honest, guys. Okay. How you doing? How are you doing, Bailey? If you're new to the chat, welcome to the chat. Like and subscribe, guys. But you must have forgot, guys. You must have forgot. Kamaru Usman just finished beating Jaquan Buckley. A lot of people thought Jaquan Buckley was going to win. I ended up picking Kamaru Usman to win. Um, I knew it. I said for all the reasons that I said Kamaru Usman would win this fight. Uh, that's exactly the reason why he won. For all those reasons. All right. One, I said that he's going to be a little bit too much. He's going to be a little bit too much for Jaquan Buckley. Honestly, you know what I mean. I really thought that. I thought Kamaru Usman was not only is he technically better than Buckley, but it's sort of like he's been there and done that. He's fought the who's who, man. Kamaru Usman has fought the who's who. A lot of people forget about Kamaru Usman. The guy was on a 19 fight winning streak. 19 fight winning streak. Not a lot of people do that. Defended his welterweight strap multiple times. Is a legend in that division in the UFC in general. With that experience alone, I knew, man. I knew that Buckley wasn't gonna have enough to beat Kamaru Usman. I just didn't see where Buckley was better. Like in any like I was just thinking to myself, is Buckley a better striker than Kamaru? Not really. And I was like, is he a better wrestler? Is Buckley a better wrestler than Usman? Not really. Is he a better like technical fighter than Usman? Not really. And I was just like, no, I'm gonna have to, call it how I call it and call it how I see it. And I just felt like Kamaru Usman was just better everywhere. And with that experience, I just felt like Jaquan Buckley didn't have enough. And that's exactly what happened. And it showed. And it showed. Jaquan Buckley has a lot to work on, especially with his wrestling. You know what I mean? He really does. Unfortunately. He got dominated. In that fifth round, he found success, but a little too late. You know what I mean? A little too late. But I am very impressed with Kamaru Usman. I'm very impressed with him. He's been gone for damn near 2 years. I just knew this stylistically. This was a good matchup for Usman. This was a good matchup for Usman. I really thought that. And He Usman comes in after 2 years and he's able to beat a top 10. You know what I mean? Because Jaquan Buckley, I think he's ranked seventh. So he was able to go in there after a 2 year layoff and beat a top 10 like that. That's impressive. He dominated him. You know what I mean? And what else? Shout outs to Rose. Shout out to Rose Namajunas. Another win for her. Unanimous decision, dominated. Buck got exposed. Easy matchup. Deuce Newsman versus Below. Next, they got beef. I would like to see that, Jack. I would like to see that. You know what I mean? For Kamaru Usman could finally drop that podcast video that Bilal Muhammad and Usman got in that altercation. I would love to see that. Okay. Bilal beats Snoozman. You think so? You think so? I mean, it's an interesting fight. It's an interesting fight. You know what I mean? Both guys are really good wrestlers. Both guys are really technical, and they're good strikers. To be honest, they're all around mixed martial arts when it comes to Bilal Muhammad and Kamaru Usman. So that's a good matchup. I don't see why they can't do that for what is it? We're midway. Maybe Kamaru Usman wants to fight late, maybe in December, maybe or maybe not in December, but maybe early 2026, maybe in January, possibly. But maybe Bilal Muhammad wants to fight this year, so I don't know. I have no idea. Marty don't got hands like Jack. Shavkat has winner of Islam versus Jack. Yeah, I mean, if he's able to make it there, you know what I mean. Shavkat has issues, man. That guy has issues. Every training camp he gets injured. Honestly, the guy gets injured. If he could stay healthy, he'll be the best welterweight of all time. But unfortunately, you know what I mean. You know, you can't beat Father Time, and he's getting older as he sits out. Recovering from each injury, and soon enough he's gonna wake up, and he's not gonna be his normal self. And you're gonna expect Shavkat to perform at a level, and he's not gonna be able to do it. So prepare for that. But yeah, I'm impressed with Kamaru Usman. I mean, we'll see what happens if he's able to, challenge for the welterweight strap. He comes back after 2 years, beats a high level, up and coming in Jaquan Buckley like that, dominates him. I mean, arguably, he can step in, with his legendary status. He could step in for a possible championship, fight. Shavkat doesn't have issues, bro. He is 18, and beat Gary the second, beat 170. There is Shavkat going beat future champ. You prepare for that. Well, Jack, you're correct. All right, you're correct. But don't forget about this. You know what I mean? Bilal Muhammad almost died. You know what I mean? It wasn't only a broke. It wasn't a broken toe. Actually, it was an infection. He caught an infection in his toe. Okay, and they were gonna have to amputate his toe, possibly, and his not only his toe but his foot. It got to that point. So don't forget that. All right. I get it, man. I get it. I'm just what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he has to be able to make it to the fight. I mean, he's injured right now. And he's injured right now, Jack. He's injured right now. Okay. Last I heard, he was recovering from an injury. That's the last thing I heard, buddy. I'm just talking facts, bro. I'm talking facts. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Guys, you must have forgot. Kamaru Usman is still here. Okay. But you saying Shaq got issues. I just want you to eat your words. I mean, hey, I don't. In my opinion, he does. I mean, is that not an issue? That's an issue. When you continuously get injured, that's an issue. That's the same issue that Dominic Cruz had. Okay? Dominic Cruz, one of the most dominant champions in bantamweight history, okay? Couldn't make it to championship bouts because of injury after injury after injury. And that's the same issue this man has. Okay? So eat your own words, okay? Because that's pure facts. He has issues. He does. He can't make it to the fights, buddy. Okay? First and foremost, you got to be healthy. You got to make it to the fights. You can be the greatest of all time, but if you're not making it to the fights healthy, you're not going to look like the greatest of all time. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. LOL, you good though? 170 is stacked for sure, bro. Brady versus Gary going to be fireworks as well. Is that fight actually going to happen? Gary versus Brady. I mean, that's a terrific fight. That's a good fight. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people right now in the welterweight division that arguably they should be fighting for the strap. But obviously, you got Islam moving up into the welterweight division, and obviously he's gonna fight JDM for that strap. And I honestly think Islam is gonna beat JDM. So I don't know who's gonna fight Islam after that, but I guarantee JDM loses against Islam. But Brady versus Gary, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. I like that fight. I like that fight. I really do. But yeah, guys. I mean, it was an okay card. I gave it arguably a 4. I gave it a 4, 4 out of 10. You know, and that's just me being honest. Okay, that's just me being honest. But tonight pushes my record to 126 wins and 86 losses. So not bad for you know halfway through the year, 2025. We're gonna keep pushing, man. We're gonna keep pushing. But congratulations to Kamaru Usman, and congratulations to all the fighters. You know what I mean? Who made it healthy, who was able to fight, win or lose. You were able to get into the octagon and do what you love. So congratulations to you, and also congratulations to all the winners and all the people who gave spectacular performances, man. Honestly, congratulations, and congratulations to you guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. Okay, I'm out of here. All right, I am out of here. I just wanted to get on here and tell you must have forgot. All right, but like and subscribe, guys. Peace. Until next time.